Hello, welcome to Healing with podcast. I am Marissa McDevitt, your host, mindset coach, mentor, and founder of Healing Center. Tired of all the BS? So was I. This podcast is my raw, unfiltered take on life, sharing my personal experiences, lessons, and healing practices that helped me break free from the cycles that no longer serve me. I'm just an average woman who decided to stop settling and start speaking up. Here we dive deep into the messy, beautiful, and sometimes painful realities of life, business, and relationships. No fluff, no judgment, just real talk, real growth, and real transformation. This is a safe space for anyone, women, men, and all the beauties in between. So who's ready to raise their standards, heal, and step into their power? Let's learn, grow, and evolve together. Now tune in and let's talk about it. All right, episode 7. What is abundance? So abundance is not just money. When I say abundance, most people immediately go to their wallet or to their bank account. I know that's what I did. So abundance doesn't really have to do with money because it's all just energy. Abundance is the ability to receive. That's it. I'm going to repeat that. Abundance is the ability to receive. That's it. From the I am. From yourself. Abundance is a state of being. When you're in that state of being, the energy is there and will always come to you in all different forms. Money is just one form of abundance, right? Abundance comes in health, creativity, love. But the real abundance of the soul is life, joy, consciousness, self-love. You don't have to focus on the forms of abundance. Focus on the abundance of the soul, living, handling everything that life gives to you, knowing it's perfect learning lesson at the right divine timing. And I know that's easier said than done, but it's a practice every single day. And when you're in the state of abundance of just living, knowing that your purpose is here to be on earth and to learn everything, all the ups and all the downs, knowing even when a challenge arises, like, okay, I'm going to face this challenge because I know I am supposed to learn from whatever this challenge is. Abundance is really about self-love. One cannot be abundant if there isn't a love of self. What you focus on grows. Embodying self-love, embodying being here on this planet, learning to be present every day and reminding yourself that happiness is a choice. Things happen all the time, ups and downs, but if we choose love and we choose happiness, when we stay in a state of gratitude, that is where the abundance starts to flow. So today I am recording this on 5/5/5, May 5th, 2025. This is a portal of major spirituality shifting, and it's a gateway if you're open to it, right? It's going back to receiving. Abundance is the ability to receive. That's it. So days like today, 5/5/5 portal, 5 in numerology means change, growth, and freedom. 555 means something big is shifting in the universe. So your higher self is becoming aligned with your future path. your true path. What does that mean? That means that you're shifting from less fear to more faith. You might even start seeing signs like 111, 222, 555. Those are all angel numbers confirming your transformation. If you're feeling heavy, thinking of your past, thinking of change, you're already shifting. You're shifting into the new. So you must set your intentions clearly. This is your confirmation to set your intention clearly when you're listening to this. And you're going to say, I am ready to shift into my higher self. I welcome this transformation. So starting today and after today, journal your emotions, journal your feelings, stay hydrated, eat good, and stay in that higher frequency. Meditate, embody your calm energy. When you stay in a calm state, listen to some healing frequencies. That is how you will receive. You will start to feel lighter. Your perception is going to change. And you're upgrading into the next chapter. You're transforming from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. So it may feel like the end, but it's an energetic rebirth. All right. So the key to abundance is knowing what you want, right? You have to figure out the path that you want. So dream big. I always talk about dreaming big, visioning, embodying where you want to be. I just finished a 3-month program with my clients, and our last craft was a dream journal. So it's very similar to a vision board. It's just in a journal, and we got to journal out what our vision is. We asked ourselves, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? And then write it out. And all my clients did such a beautiful job on this. We spent some time journaling. We spent some time creating. Some of them wrote everything out. Some drew pictures. Some bought magazines and added their photos. I personally got very specific and I created on Canva. There's a free version on Canva that you can put in and it will generate images. It has tons of images already. And I generated everything that I see myself from now, from 3 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I put it all in there. I got down to the specifics of printing my face out and putting them on certain things like kite surfing and this bodybuilder, fitness lady, and get really fun with it. Get into your embodiment of the dreams that you want to create. And then I have it on my desk. Every morning I open that dream journal up and I look at it and I'm envisioning. This is the energy you want to be in. And you don't have to associate abundance with hard work. So you must imagine your future self and then embody the feeling like you already have it. I talk like this all the time. I already embody having 111 episodes on my podcast. Today is 111th episode. No, I'm just kidding. But you have to embody this vision, embody the feelings of already having it, right? When you're in that state of living, and you're embodying living, and you are happy to be here on earth, and you're finding happiness of living, being a human being, that is how the abundance flows to you. Remember that we are our own creators of our life. I have 3 notes at my desk I look at every single day. One of them is, I make my own reality. Another one is, I am worthy of all things. Because that one's important. I make my own reality, but you have to have the feeling that you are worthy of everything that you want to create. And my last one is keep my vision growing. Keep showing up. Keep building. Keep presenting myself to earth, presenting myself here on this planet to provide, to serve for others and myself. So I want to go back to I am worthy of all things. That's where you have to have love for oneself. You have to understand that you are worthy of your dreams. If you don't think that, I don't deserve a big house and a husband that loves me because of the lack thought system here and the lack, then you're creating resistance. So really embody your dreams. What do I want? Vision it and understand that you are worthy. All right, so I'm going to put this in the podcast because obviously this is a clear sign. If you heard that little vibration, that was my phone going off. My fiance called me for the third time this morning. He works out of town, and immediately, we both get up really early. He's a lineman, so he gets up at 4:30, and I was up at 4:30. As I'm writing out this episode of abundance and embodying, the transformation from the third D to the fifth D, he FaceTimes me, and I open it up, and it is 3 deer right outside his camper with an abundance of land. The clouds were just beautiful with like this beautiful sunrise coming up, and the deer literally came right up to him wanting food, right? The deer were not afraid of him at all. So I was like, wow, that is a sign. What a beautiful morning. Like, what a beautiful thing to wake up to. Walk out and you have 3 beautiful deer right there on a 555 portal day. And when things happen like this, of course, we're going to look them up, right? So the spiritual meaning of the deer is... Okay, another quick note. I am so sorry for all the background noises in this podcast. I had my window open this morning, and it was a beautiful morning, so we got the morning doves through this whole entire podcast. So if you're wondering, are those bird noises? Yes, they are. And then if you're wondering, Marissa, what is that background noise of slamming around? That is my dog. She is older, and she likes to lay right underneath my feet when I work at my desk, and she gets up every 5 seconds. So I really apologize, but this is the point of going with the flow, and I'm still running with the podcast. So here we go. We're getting back to it. Back to the deer we go. The spiritual meaning is positive, luck, and a sign from nature and spirit. So what a beautiful experience immediately. And as you know, he just called me again, interrupting no, I'm just kidding. And I open it up, and it's a beautiful rainbow, like a gorgeous rainbow. There's cattle all underneath it, and a rainbow from one end of the sky to the other end of the sky. Powerful, beautiful rainbow. And of course, I looked this up, and it symbolizes hope, promise, and new beginnings. So the whole point of me telling you this is because this is the frequency that you want to be in. When you're in a high vibrational frequency, aligning to your future self, you're going to receive the signs. Like I said, you might see 111, 555, 222, or you might get physical signs like deer, rainbows, hummingbirds, all the things. So when we're staying in the frequency of joy and love and not fear, abundance comes in. Signs come in. You have to trust the process, right? Really trust yourself, trust the universe, trust God, trust whatever you believe in, but know that you are meant to be here. Okay? You are designed to give life meaning. You are. You as the human being are that special and that important. And when you tap into the frequencies of spirit, when you tap into your own frequency within yourself, the I am, the self-love, the love of self, things will start happening naturally. So when you're in this frequency and you're embodying your vision and you're showing up every day and you're creating in a field of energy and not matter, your vibration is matching your vision, everything, abundance will start coming to you naturally. All right? For example, you will get a promotion at work. You get that school acceptance letter in the email or in your email. For example, when I started my coaching academy, I did not have the money to put up for this academy, for this school. I didn't have the money. I was in no position with money to put up money for the school that I'm in. But I had the deep knowing that I was supposed to do this academy. I knew it. My guides were telling me, I felt it in my gut. I was like, I know I'm supposed to do this. Now, I waited a few days after the onboard process, but having the feeling and tuning into the frequency of this is what I need to do, I put my credit card up and I signed up. And of course, I talked to my partner before I did all this, and I told him this is something I really want to pursue, and I just explained I have this feeling, and the best thing about him is he's always been 100% supportive, and he said, absolutely, go for it, we'll figure it out. And I had the feeling too. I said, you know what, I will figure out the funds. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to sell my razor, all the things, like I'm going to let go of some things so I can make room for this. And I'm not even kidding. A few days later, I never opened up my junk mail, and I seen a letter with my credit card label on it, and I'm like, oh gosh, like I probably owe that I forgot, and or they're trying to offer me a new credit card. I just opened one up, like I don't want that. So I opened the letter up, and it's a 0% interest loan for, 7 months or 8 months, I think it was. And I could take out a lot of money. And, of course, I've never experienced anything like this before. I've never done anything like this. So I called a couple friends to confirm it's real. I called the credit card company to confirm it's real. And easy. It was so easy. I don't know why I said easy 3 times, because it just was. It was literally a transfer. I put my information in, and the money was in my account in 10 days, not even. And I was able to pay off my school. I was able to pay off some debts I owed. I was able to pay off some other credit cards, all in a consolidation of a 0% interest loan. And that's what I'm talking about, is when you're in a higher frequency, when you're in that state of your vision and you know where you want to go and you know what you want and you have no expectations, you're just ready to receive, things will naturally come to you. And that was one thing that came to me, and that was me being in that vibrational state and learning to receive. I was open to receiving, right? Hey there, beautiful soul. Quick pause here to share something magnetic with you. I am inviting you to join me June 27th through the 30th in Puerto Penasco, Mexico, which is also known as Rocky Point, Mexico, for the first ever magnetic mindset retreat. A powerful 3-day experience designed to activate your inner power and align you with your higher self. We're talking daily sound healings on the beach, Reiki session, 2 curated transformational workshops, exciting excursions like riding ATVs through the desert, horseback riding on the beach, a vibrant welcome party to set the vibe with dinner, delicious breakfast and lunch included daily, and every evening is open for you for your own soulful adventure. You'll have the choice of a shared room or a private room with your own bathroom. Flights and transportation are not included, but we do offer a shuttle from Phoenix Airport to the retreat in Rocky Point for an additional fee. This experience is for anyone 21 or older who is ready to shift their mindset, connect in community, and embody their most magnetic self. Spots are limited, so you can check on my Instagram, Facebook, DM me. I'll have the link below so you can apply. And I cannot wait to meet you in paradise. Much love. And let's get back to the episode. So let's recap. Abundance is a state of being. The energy is always there, surrounding you, right? And abundance comes in all different forms. Sometimes it's not the form that you want. It's not the form that you're expecting, right? And that is another big key, is to have no expectations. When you put expectations on things, that's where the lack comes in. That's where you start forming lack, because you're expecting an outcome, and life changes all the time. You're not always going to get that outcome. Now, is it good to have a vision of what you want? Absolutely. But just always know that life changes and you have to remain in the present moment. And if you're like, Marissa, I don't even know where to start with all of this. Well, then you grab your journal, you put on some meditation music, you take a few deep breaths in and out, and you think to yourself, if I had one day, one shot of full abundance, what does that look like for me? What does that feel like to me? How would I act if I had all the abundance in all the forms? That is what you write down on your paper. Close your eyes, vision it, embody it, move into the feeling. When you do that, I guarantee you, you will start seeing things shifting in your life. Things will start to shift. Things will start to fall into place. And that's the energy and frequency you want to stay in. So a little example about energy and abundance coming in all forms. And that's where you have to remind yourself that the small wins are worth it. The small wins is what leads you up to the big wins. The small wins, the small steps, leads you to the big step. I have been at home working for the last 6 months. And for everybody who knows me, I am constantly working, 3 jobs, 12, 15-hour days. I have been doing that for the last 10 years. I love doing that because I'm a workaholic. Now it's just shifted, right? So now I'm at home working most of the time on my business and podcasts and all the things. And I go to my other job 3 days a week for maybe 6 hours at a time. And I have had this in the back of my mind of, man, I need to really work harder. I need to get side gigs, like my bills are coming up and all the things. Well, what I forgot was the number one form of abundance that most people want is time. More time to spend with their family, more time to spend with their kids, more time to spend with their partners, more time to be with their animals, to travel, right? So you might not have the abundance of money at this time, but I had the abundance of time. And the abundance of time is where I have had an abundance of creativity. I'm creating constantly. I'm in the state of joy. I'm in the state of living. But what I forgot myself was to be grateful for the abundance of time. When you have the abundance of money, usually you're working a lot. Usually you don't have the time because you're working your booty off to get the abundance of money. So know that it comes in all forms, and to have gratitude for every form that is coming your way. And with that being said, we're going to end on the affirmation of, I am ready to shift into my higher self, and I welcome this transformation. And with much love, have a beautiful day.